Okay, so let's talk about the alleged rumors and leaks surrounding the Geo laptop, or the Geo book, which they're calling it. Now, nothing has been set in stone, and it's something that has been boiling up since 2018 when the news first broke out for this laptop. Now, the reason I'm making this video is because the general thought process of most Indians, and I would include myself as well, is that when we find something, especially in India, when something launches, something like a laptop, which subconsciously we know is something which is expensive, and even mobile phones. So we generally have an idea that yes, they'll be expensive. And so when suddenly companies launch something which is shockingly cheap, like we rush to the opportunity to get our hands on it, and then it's a different experience. So my point is simple, that this Geo book, if they call it that, which is alleged to come around mid-May in 2021, if it happens. Now, it is essentially kind of, in my opinion, it is a tablet with a dedicated keyboard with a subpar SoC. I think it's going to run Snapdragon 665 probably, with 4G connectivity, a 720p screen. It may have a webcam, not sure, and it's going to be small. And for them, if the rumors are true and if the price is truly 9999, I mean 10,000 rupees, then you have to also take into consideration the number of corners or the number of compromises they've had to make to bring the price down. So the chipset is a giveaway, the screen, not even a full HD screen, and maybe there'll be other variants which will have a full HD screen, maybe a dedicated webcam, and the price will be more. But this, if the Geo book, the base model, has a webcam and 4G connectivity, if it does launch with those specs, this would be useful for, very honestly, the less fortunate individuals out there whose children are in school, and due to the pandemic they have to resort to online classes. For them to invest in, say, a Samsung laptop or a HP laptop, which is in the vicinity of over 20 to 25,000 or 30 rupees, 30,000 rupees, for them, something like this, if it gets the job done, is going to be a dream come true. Because you can imagine that for them, they have to take a loan, and there's a lot of paraphernalia involved, which is very cumbersome and a lot of financial pressure. So for them, for the less fortunate lot, very honestly, this is going to be a very good option. And it might be very useful, especially considering the present situation. And for those children, especially even in the suburbs, if they get their hands on this, online classes will, they'll have a lot more access to that, and it'll be easier for them and on their pockets as well. Because many are having to sacrifice absolutely their academic career, academic side or part of their lives, because they cannot afford a laptop to attend online classes. Now for them, the Geo book is going to be great. But for the general public who have been used to, accustomed to an actual laptop which they've used before, for them to rush and get the Geo book, if it actually launches with these specs, would be a foolish option. A very foolish decision, because it's got too many corners, and it's going to be a very, very basic, like I said, imagine it to be a very cheap tablet. I'm not saying cheap as in the build is going to be cheap, but a very affordable tablet with a dedicated keyboard that resembles a laptop with 4G connectivity. So it's got perks to it, but it's not going to be good for someone who is used to a traditional laptop with far greater specs and which will last you far longer than something like this. If and when this does come out, don't rush to get this just because it's so cheap, because if you invest 10,000 rupees in a smartphone right now, that will be more powerful than anything the Geo book can offer, if these specs are true. So keep that in mind and don't rush to get this. That's my 2 cents worth. That is what I feel. Let this come out, and as I get more news, I will try to update you guys on that. So, GeoBook, let me know your thoughts below in the comment section. What you guys think? Are you planning to get this? Do you think it's a good option for Reliance to launch this? What are your thoughts? Do let me know in the comment section below. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hit like on this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to PRcast9 if you haven't already. And I will catch you guys in the next episode. Cheers.